Okay, here we go. All right, we are going to play Tiny Horsies today.
Yay.
And we have 3 players. There's Hujraad Johaansen, that's me, the director. And then we have 3 players with us today. I'll let them describe their characters in a minute. We're going to be playing Tiny Horsies. And while we're playing Tiny Horsies, we will be hybridizing it by adding rules for Ité from the Ité gaming engine. And we will be using the hybrid rules for character possessions. So what that means is everybody has a kit that has to do with their profession where they can get their normal stuff. And then they have 10 knickknacks and 10 pieces of clutter that they can spend to pull things from out of thin air if they need it, to reflect the cinematic nature of the game. Okay, so without further ado, let's meet our player characters. And who do we want to start with, guys?
That one.
Okay, we'll start with
Fishy.
Fishy. Describe Fishy for us.
My name is Fishy. I am a blue pegcorn with rainbow wings and a rainbowish head. And my profession.
Your profession's what? There you go. There we
My
go.
professions are speak manatee and rapping. I don't know where I got those. I live in an ocean home
Okay.
with a pet crab and a coral farm.
Very nice.
And I take interests in the ocean.
So you're all about the ocean? Very cool. Okay, you're next.
About that ocean. About that ocean. No
My name
base.
What's okay?
My name is Shama Lama, but I also go by Shama Lama. I'm a pegcorn with a neon green mane and a black and neon spotted fur. My head is squishy so I can ram into walls. I live in a rainbow cloud house. I make my living by making fabric and I love to sew.
Well, there you go. Okay, and what are you?
I am Askfire, a black pegacorn with red mane. And I am an apple farmer that does architecture for a hobby.
Okay. Where do you live?
I live in a house stolen from the 7 dwarves, and I planted a bunch of apple trees around them.
Okay. It kind of looks like a big red mushroom house from
Yes, they live in mushroom
The
house now.
from the Mario, the Smurfs or Mario. Remember in the Mario when what are the little things, the little
Goombas.
the Koopas or the Toads come out and you have to count them. Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to say about your character?
Yeah, the dwarves, people may think they lived in a cottage. They actually lived in a giant mushroom. So I kicked them out because it was my house that I designed. And I needed somewhere to live
They stole your
because
house.
my apartment building was burned down.
Oh no. What happened to the dwarves?
The dwarves were kicked out and now they're living on the street somewhere.
Somewhere in the world.
Somewhere.
Just somewhere.
Were there 7 of them?
No, there were actually 6. The
6?
7th one is an alter ego of the first one.
Oh my gosh, I'm disturbed. Okay. All right.
Why'd you have to pick 6? I've done 5.
Okay. So, that's our character. Let's get started. So, you have all decided to go to the water park today. You have gone to the canyon side. What was that?
That was the water.
Okay, fantastic. So you have gone to the canyon side water park, and it's a beautiful sunny day out, and many tiny horsies and other sorts of animals are playing in the water park, and there is much splashing and fun being had from everybody. We'll start with you, Fishy. What are you doing at the water park?
I would like to go on the aqueduct.
What's the aqueduct?
It's a slide where you ride in the tubes.
Okay, and are you just alone? Do you guys know each other? Are you all friends?
Sure.
Yes.
Yes.
You all go to school together?
Yes.
We went to the school together.
We
Yes.
went to school together.
Before
Okay.
Shama Lama became a professional door breaker.
No, that's not what I am.
Oh.
I make fabric.
She makes fabric.
And she still runs into walls like she did in high school.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
You got sent to the guidance counselor a lot, didn't you?
Nope, I was the guidance counselor. No, I wasn't. Really awesome. No.
Okay. So what are you doing at the water park, Fishy?
I'm going to the aqueduct.
The aqueduct?
Yes.
Oh, and you're riding on the aqueduct?
Actually, no, it's not the aqueduct, the aqua horse.
Oh, yes, the aqua horse. Very good. Okay. And what are you doing, Shama Lama?
I I am. So I'm at the water park, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm meeting up with Fishy to go on the apple course.
Oh,
So
that's
it's
good.
called, right? Okay, yeah.
Okay, and you guys meet each other in line.
Hello.
Hi, wanna ride with me?
Sure.
Yay.
Okay, that was simple. All right, and
Well, I
then
gotta say it's
an acid fire. What are you doing?
I wheeled my apple cart into it with my homemade apple string launcher thing.
Apple what?
It's an apple launcher that springs things off. It's like a catapult, but it throws apples instead of like rocks
or pumpkins.
or pumpkins.
Okay, so is
And
it
the
like on the
apples
back
all-
of your cart?
Huh? Yeah.
Okay.
And the apples all have the name of my apple business on them, and I'm just launching apples at people.
What's your apple business called?
My apple business is the apple business of death.
That's really the name of it?
Yeah, I would totally trust those apples.
Death, and then the apple business of death, and then in really small print, really good apple pies.
Of what? Deathly good apple pies?
Death, apples of death.
Really good apple pies. You should do
Okay, that's pretty funny. Okay.
I still
So,
don't trust you.
so apples are going through the here, and every once in a while you hear a. Oh my gosh! Those apples hurt very much. Oh, that one squished off that one's head. Okay. What are you doing? So you're just
I'm
you
giving
guys.
apples around. I'm
Okay.
just
So you find yourself getting whapped in the head, your squishy head, by an apple that randomly comes flying through the air. And you look at it and it says,
apples of deathly good apple pies.
Acid fire's here.
Acid
fire's
fire's here.
Oh God. Not that, do it again.
High school reunion was not. No, I'm just kidding.
I heard you. I'm shooting an apple at you next.
Okay, have to
Shot
roll
an
2d6 to
Yes.
see if you hit him with an apple.
Me?
No, him.
I got a 6.
You get whacked with an apple. Are you trying to cause damage or no?
No, I'm just trying to cause minor.
An
annoyance.
apple sticks on your horn.
Yeah, it just goes shoot.
Oh,
It goes
yeah.
shoot right down on your
Apple
horn.
juice.
Yes, and then the apple juice oozes down the spirals of your horn.
Actually, no.
And
I
then it
already
rolls
have
down
it.
into
Okay.
your mouth and it tastes wonderfully sweet.
I grow the best apples.
He does grow very good apples. They're fantastic.
Okay.
Okay.
Are they the squishy apples that get? Are these the?
After they hit your horn, they are. I was thinking they're like those really hard tart ones that we always
Yeah,
get.
like
I always
pink
get
ladies?
the pink ladies.
Yeah, except they're called brown horsies.
No, because that sounds like
That
food.
sounds like horse metal. I'm mid horse.
I'm gonna drop a little brown horsey on you.
Great. Sounds wonderful.
I'm from little brown horsies.
I'm gonna put.
What is like that? Me what?
Well, no, they're actually little brown horsies are a type of apple that are spelled LITLEBROWN
Brownies.
and then HORSIS horsies,
No, you can't.
and they are a genetically breeded and created apple created by me,
I
which
like to
tastes
breed
better
an
than any
apple.
other apple on the market, and no one else has the
Okay.
technology except for me.
Okay, that was
Really? Okay, fine. I'll let it ride.
Let's go.
That's cool.
He's an apple farmer.
So that's what you did.
I'm an apple mogul.
People come from not people. People and horsies come from miles around to collect your apples. The humans like the pies, and then of course the horsies just like to eat on the apples. Horsies love the apples.
Oh yeah.
Duh. All right.
Duh.
So you guys come across, and as you guys you get hit in the horn with an apple, and one bounces off your squishy head, and there you see acid fire coming towards you with his apple cart.
Hey, acid fire.
Nom 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 nom. Aren't these apples good?
No. Yes. Yes, they're amazing.
I'll beat you in the back next time instead of the head.
Too bad. No, you won't. I'll punch you.
I beat her in the back.
I'll punch you.
Okay, just as you get ready to load an apple into your apple launcher, because this is
Cotton candy at you. No. It'd be hilarious. Like toast.
all of a sudden, among all the people, you see these peach-colored fur horses with dark blue minds and manes rather, and glowing red eyes.
I start launching apples.
You're not even listening to me talk. So, as I was saying, you see them just barreling through the crowd. And they, all of a sudden they see that you see, and they realize that their feet have wheels on the bottom. So even though they're horses, they have wheels, and they're cruising through the crowd. And everywhere they look, you say, oh, rah, nah, nah. Or they go, nah, nah. And there is a mechanical sound to their voice. Nah, nah.
I wonder what those are called.
Nah, nah. And you see that where their joints should be, there's like rivets, and their legs seem to be made out of metal.
That's weird. They can't curve their legs.
And they're just cruising around on their wheels.
This is so weird.
And their horns are also made out of metal, and it shines in the beautiful sunlight.
Oh, so
and they're coming towards you, and they're grabbing little baby unicorns and making through the crowd. And there's got to be at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 of them barreling through the crowds and taking little baby unicorns. And as soon as one of them grabs a baby unicorn, they start taking off to the south. So what do you want to do?
I'm going to launch apples at them.
I'm going to follow them.
You're going to follow them?
And going to.
Wait,
we're at a
no.
water park, right?
Yeah.
I use my water control random skill, and I take some of the water and make it into a giant ball above my head.
And then we do that ball.
Okay, we're going to roll initiative.
Okay.
Me too?
Everybody.
Yes.
Because you're all acting. So I rolled a 7.
I rolled an 8.
I rolled a 3.
I rolled a 9.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Does it anyone, let's see. Oh, okay, cool. So what that means is, so the 8 and the 7 will go before me, and then Shama goes last. So
Yay.
you'll go first. What do you wish to do, Fishy?
I take the big giant ball of water over my head and I launch it at the robo horse.
Okay, are you using the water control, or, okay, and you launch it at what?
One of the robo horses.
Oh, okay, then you must roll a roll to see if you hit the horsey with your ball of water.
6.
Okay. Do you want to spend a point in order to make it go up? Or though you only need no, you need an 8. Oh no, it's an action. I'll get 6. You only need a 6 to do it. I think that works. So the ball goes flying through the air, and it's a big enough ball where it encapsulates him in water, and then while the water's sitting there, well, you tell me what happens.
Okay, so while the water's sitting there, the robo horsey breaks down. And
Just he short circuits like.
I think he just bursts into flames, but the water cools it out, so it's just like a giant shell of metal.
Oh, is it steaming or anything or what?
Yes, like you can hear the sizzling sound.
The sizzling sound.
And then I yelled out to the crowd, anybody have any marshmallows?
Oh, and all of a sudden, 3 people come and they don't have marshmallows, but they have apples on a stick. And so they're like, ooh, cooked apples! And then, okay, so what do you want to, well, it's not your turn yet. We're in an action scene. Sorry, hold on a second. So, okay, acid fire, what are you doing?
Okay, so I'm going to I'm going to run after them while pushing my apple cart and launching apples at them.
At the same time.
At the same time? Okay, they go very, very, very fast. You can't keep up with them by running, but your apple launching can. So what is your evasion? Because that's kind of how fast you go.
That's a 1.
So you can fire at 1 apple. You can fire 1
a
apple.
perfectly placed apple.
Okay, you must roll. That will be an 8 because it is a combat action.
I got a 6.
That is a fail.
I do not have an apple launching skill.
You do not have. Oh, yes, you do.
Except I will
You're an apple farmer.
Except I will add 2 for my apple farming and hit him right in the head.
That's not what happens.
So then the apple guts influence his brain, and he's like, nay, eat apples, nay, eat apples, nay, eat apples.
In a circle.
Okay.
As a little advertising thing.
It slows him down a little bit, and he starts doing that. And he does doing it, but it doesn't really take him fully out. Okay.
At least he's advertising.
Okay. Now, so what ends up happening is, but he does drop the baby, the little baby, and it goes galloping back to its mommy, and she's like, and the mom goes, oh, they're so good. That apple farmer's the best. Oh, he may look scary, but he's great. Oh, nay.
Nay.
And okay, and so then the other one is because it was water, the special effect basically completely fries it. Even though the original damage of hitting him didn't do it, the fact that he's electricity and your water fries his
What
circuits.
about the baby unicorn he was holding?
So, what?
What about the baby unicorn he was holding? Was he
It
holding?
gets electrocuted and dies horribly.
What?
What?
I'm just kidding.
You're so mean!
No. You know what happens is when the ball of water hits it, it's slippery, right? So the slipperiness, the little baby flies out of the air, and the mommy just wait. Oh, fantastic! The mommy catches the baby and goes,
Aw.
"Nay, my baby's saved!"
Wait.
Nay.
There's seven
No,
left.
4 more.
That's a different mom. They just sound the same.
There's
They're very
seven
concerned.
more.
There's 7 more. We only took out
And no, there's 7 more. So they take the babies and they go busting out to the south, and they're cruising down and there's like a fence. They bust right through the fence because they're like, and you hear this, you hear like a metal on metal sound as they bust through the fence with their metallic horn and their metal heads. And they're going. They're like 100 meters away. They're cruising. So what are you doing?
Oh, I don't know.
There's 5 of them are. There are 2 that are close enough for you to be affected by you if you want to do something ranged.
What does telekinesis do? I forgot.
It allows you to manipulate objects that are within the range before they get out of range.
Okay,
Maybe it's not quite it's not as far as I thought. Yeah, that's it. 2 of them are, you can affect 2 of them.
Okay, I'm going to telekinesis then.
What are you going to do? What is your telekinesis thing?
Point?
Yeah. How many? 1? So you can only do like 10 pounds.
10 pounds. What?
Yeah, no, it's not hybrid. It's different. They don't have
What
as
do you mean pounds?
10 pounds of mass.
But it's telekinesis.
Telekinesis allows you to move things with mass, with your mind.
How much do they weigh?
You can tell when you're trying that they're way more than 10 pounds.
How much
They must
do-
weigh hundreds of
How much
pounds.
do the unicorns weigh?
Baby unicorns weigh roughly 10 pounds.
Okay,
Yeah.
I take the baby unicorn out of the.
They're magical. Shut up.
I didn't say anything.
Okay.
Okay, so is one of them farther away than the other?
Do you want them to be?
Sure.
Then yes.
This game.
One's so cool.
So I get the baby unicorn. I let the baby unicorn from the farthest one out of its hands,
Uh-huh.
and I bring it back to its mom.
Oh, that's great. And what is your empathy?
For what?
What is
Well,
for
2.
sentient creatures?
2.
So, even in your empathy, you know, you ooze awesomely goodness, and so the mommy that sees the cyborgicorn that I just said it there, but that's okay. The cyborg unicorn that you
Yeah.
didn't affect was like so amazed by the awesomeness of like, why is that baby flying by, that he trips over a rock. And the other one gets dropped too. And goes, "Ee, ee, ee, mommy, mommy, mommy."
Yay!
Thank you, Peanut.
I'm so proud of myself.
And mommy goes, "Oh, thank you. Oh,
You're welcome.
nay, 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 nay,
Nay,
nay."
nay, you're welcome.
And so all those, and
Now
so
watch me whip. Now watch me.
Oh my gosh.